What's up guys, this is Massey. Welcome to another video. In this video I want to show you how to multiply matrices, and we are dealing with matrix multiplication. So we are gonna have some examples. First one, we have the multiplication of these two matrices. The first one, the size of this matrix is 1 by 2. The first number shows number of rows and the second number shows number of columns. So that's 1 by 2. And this one is 2 by 1. It means that 2 rows and 1 column. So when you multiply two matrices with these dimensions, the number of columns of the first matrix must be the same as the number of rows of the second matrix. Otherwise, we cannot solve this question. And then the final result is going to be 1 by 1, which means that the final result is going to have the same number of rows as the first matrix and same number of columns as the second matrix. So this one is going to be 2 by 3, negative 3 plus negative 3 times 4. So that will be negative 6 minus 12, negative 18. So only one element is 1 by 1 matrix. Next one, we have a 2 by 2 matrix, and here we have a 2 by 2 matrix. Then the answer must be 2 by 2 as well. So how do we do it? We do 2 by 6 plus 1 times 3. 2 by 6 plus 1 times 3. Then the second one is going to be 2 times negative 2 plus 1 times 1. 0 times 6 minus 1 times 3. And finally 0 times negative 2 plus negative 1 times 1. That's going to give us 12 plus 3, 15. Negative 4 plus 1, negative 3. 0 minus 3. And here 0 minus 1. So as you see here, the answer is 2 by 2 as well. Same thing for the next one. We have 2 by 2, and here we have another 2 by 2 matrix. So the answer must be 2 by 2 as well. So that's going to be negative 5 times negative 2 plus 4 times 3. That's the first element. Negative 4. Now this first row with the second column. It's going to be negative 5, negative 3 plus 4 by 5. Then this element here is going to be the multiplication of the second row and the first column. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 2, 3. And finally negative 1, negative 3 minus 2, 5. So that's going to be negative 10, positive 10 plus 12, 22. 15 plus 20, 35. 2 minus 6 is going to be negative 4. 3 minus 10 is going to be negative 7. That's going to be the answer to this multiplication question. Next one. We have 3 rows and 2 columns, and 2 and 2. So 3 by 2 and 2 by 2. So these two cancel out, and the answer is going to be 3 by 2. So 3 rows and 2 columns. So it's going to be 0 times negative 4, that's 0. 2 times negative 2 is going to be negative 4. 0 times 4, 0 plus 2 times 1. Next one, negative 3 by negative 4, 12. 1 times negative 2, 10. Negative 3 by 4, negative 12. 1 by 1, negative 11. 3 by negative 4 is negative 12. Negative 1 by negative 2 is going to be 2, so it's going to be negative 10. 3 by 4, 12 minus 1 is going to be 11. Now next one. We have a matrix 3 by 1 because we have 3 rows and 1 column, and here this one is 1 by 2. So we have 1 row and 2 columns. So we can do that, yes, because the number of columns of the first matrix is the same as number of rows of the second matrix. And the answer must be in terms of 3 by 2 matrix. So we have negative 5 times 3, negative 15, negative 5 times negative 2, 10, 6 times 3, 18, 6 times negative 2, negative 12, 0 times 3, 0, 0 times negative 2, 0. So that's going to be the answer to this multiplication question. Next one, we have 2 by 3. And here we have 3 by 2. So the answer must be 2 by 2. So basically, 2 times negative 1, negative 2. 3 times negative 3, negative 9. 1 times 3 is going to be positive 3. Then 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 1, 3. 1 times negative 2, negative 2. Negative 1 times negative 1, 1. 0 times negative 3, 0. 2 times 3, 6. Next one, negative 1 times 2, negative 2. 0 times 1, 0. 2 times negative 2 is going to be negative 4. It's going to be negative 6 in total. So when we rearrange it, it's going to be negative 11, negative 8, 5, 7, and negative 6. So that's the answer to this question. So 2 by 3 and 3 by 2 is going to give you a 2 by 2 answer. Next one, we have 2 by 3 matrix and 2 by 3 matrix. Can we multiply these two matrices? No, we cannot, because the number of columns of the first matrix is different from the number of rows of the second matrix. So we're going to say not possible. Next one, 2 by 2, and here we have 2 by 1. So the answer must be 2 by 1 as well. So it's going to be 5 times negative 4 plus 4 times 3, 2 times negative 4 minus 1 times 3. So the answer is going to be negative 20, negative 8, negative 8, and negative 11. So that's going to be the answer. Next one, we have 4 by 1 and we have 1 by 4 matrices. So when you multiply, it's supposed to give you a 4 by 4 matrix, because these two cancel out and we have 4 by 4. So let's start. 2 by negative 2, negative 4. 2 by negative 5, negative 10. 2 by negative 4, negative 8. 2 by negative 1, negative 2. 5 by negative 2, negative 10. 5 by negative 5, negative 25. 5 by negative 4, negative 20. 5 by negative 1, negative 5. 3 by negative 3 by negative 2, positive 6. Negative 3 by negative 5 is going to be positive 15. Negative 3 by negative 4 is going to be positive 12. Negative 3 by negative 1 is going to be positive 3. Negative 2 by negative 2, 4. Negative 2 by negative 5 is 10. And this one is going to be 8. And here we have 2. So that's going to be the answer. And it's going to be in terms of 4 by 4 matrix. Here we have 1 by 4. That's exactly opposite. And this one is 4 by 1. So again, number of columns of the first matrix is the same as number of rows of the second matrix. When these two cancel out, we're going to have only one matrix, which is 1 by 1. So we have one element. So that's going to be negative 2 times 2 minus 5 times 5 minus 4 times negative 3 minus 1 times negative 2, which is going to be negative 4, negative 25 plus 12 plus 2. So that's negative 29, negative 17, and negative 15. That's going to be the matrix which is 1 by 1 and only one element, and this is negative 15. Next one. If A is 2 by 2 and B is 2 by 1, find AB and BA. So AB will be that's 2 by 2 and 2 by 1. So the answer is going to be 2 by 1. Negative 5 times 6, negative 30. 1 times negative 3, negative 3. 3 times 6, 18. Negative 2 by negative 6. So it's going to be negative 33, 24. Now let's take a look to B times A. B is 2 by 1 and A is 2 by 2. Now, since the first matrix has one column and the second one has two rows, it is gonna be not possible. Only A times B is possible, but B times A is not possible. And here it says, if A is this and B is this matrix, 2 by 2 both of them, prove that A times B is equal to I. I is identity matrix, which means that the diagonal of the matrix is 1 and all other elements are 0. So A times B is 2 by 2, this one is 2 by 2, so the answer is going to be 2 by 2 as well. So cosine times cosine, cosine squared plus sine squared. Cosine times sine minus sine times cosine. Then you have sine times cosine minus cosine times sine. And here we have sine times sine plus cosine times cosine. So it's going to be cosine squared theta plus sine squared theta. So this one is 1. This one cancel out, is going to be 0. This one also cancel out, is going to be 0. And this one is going to be 1. So as you see here, we have identity matrix. Next one. Let A, B, and C are 2 by 2 matrix. Find A, B, C, and find A times BC. AB is going to be that's going to be negative 2, negative 5, negative 7, 0, 5, 1 and negative 3, 1 and 3. That's AB. When you multiply it by C, it's going to be negative 7 plus 15, that's 8, 14, 0, negative 2 and 9, 7, 4 and 0, it's going to be 4. So that's AB times C. Now look at the BC. B is 1, 0, negative 1, 1. C is 1, negative 2, 3, 0. So that's going to be 1 times 1, 0, it's going to be 1. 1 times negative 2, 0, 0 is going to be 0. Negative 1 times 1, negative 1. It's going to be 2. And here we have 2. Now we need to find out A times BC, which is going to be negative 2, 5, 1, 3. 1, negative 2, 2, 2. It's going to be negative 2 times 10. Negative 2 plus 10 is going to be 8. Negative 2 times negative 2, 4. Plus 10, 14. 1 times 1, 1. Plus 6 is going to be 7. 1 times negative 2 plus 6 is going to be 4. So as you see here, these two are equal. So we can say A times B times C equals to A times BC in brackets. So both of them are the same. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any question. Thank you for watching and have a great day.